We're in the United Arab Emirates of Abu Dhabi for the final round of the 2013 UIM-ABP Aquabike World Championship. And what a venue this is! Abu Dhabi is like something out of a sci-fi fantasy. A city that is constantly developing and changing with its state-of-the-art buildings and towers, and skyscrapers bursting out of what is essentially sand. The skyline changing literally every few years. Just a few years ago, this was the tallest building. Now it's hidden behind skyscrapers that are almost 3 times higher than that. Pristine roads, excellent infrastructure, lush verdant parks, water and greenery everywhere. It seems an impossibility, but it isn't. This city is very much alive, for business and also for leisure. Beaches everywhere, a long scenic corniche, a venue for all sorts of adventure sports, as well as a variety of traditional crafts and strong customs. A place with a proud heritage. Abu Dhabi isn't just a tourist attraction, it's a place with a unique lifestyle, where tradition and modernity meld and unite. Moving through the city can feel like you're in a time machine. Sometimes you're in the future, sometimes you're in the past. And at night, the skyline is breathtaking. Abu Dhabi is also one of the world's top marine motorsport locations, as aquabike riders join teams and competitors from the F1 H2O, Class 1, and Nations Cup World Championships to take part in the Emirati capital city's International Water Sports Festival, which coincides with the UAE's 42nd National Day. This is it, the last Grand Prix of the year. This is where the World Championship for 2013 will be decided. 48 riders from 13 countries race in 3 divisions: the Ski GP1, the Freestyle, and the Runabout GP1. The objective is simple: become world champion. In the main event, Runabout GP1, there have been 6 heats this year with only 2 winners: Yusuf Al-Abdulrazak of Kuwait and Cyril Lemoine of France. The World Championship will be decided between these 2 men, unless Jeremy Perez has a surprise in store for us. In the Freestyle, the World Championship already belongs to Rok Floriancic. This guy's out of this world. In the ski, just 2 points separate Tiago Sousa of Portugal and Alberto Monti of Italy going to the final race of the season. But Michael Poré is also breathing down their necks for the top spot, with Pia Sumer the clear favorite in the ladies. The Ski GP1 is as aesthetic as it is athletic. There's no sitting down here. In Doha, in the last round, world standings leader Alberto Monti had a breakdown that cost him crucial points in Heat 1. And though he won Heat 2, he was bumped down from the top. The man who replaced Monti at the top of the standings was Tiago Sousa, winning Heat 1 in Doha and managing 3rd place in Heat 2. Despite a near breakdown. He was the winner of the Qatar Grand Prix. The big news in Doha was Michael Poré. He started the year on a terrible note, but a runner-up finish behind Sousa at the Qatar Grand Prix meant he kept his hopes alive in the world title race. For the first heat of the Ski GP1, Michael Prix had pole position, but it was Thiago Sousa who had the quicker start. Sousa pulls away from Prix as they get to the all-shot boy, but it's Ludo Coman who has the jump on both riders as he takes the lead. There we see it from Sousa's onboard, him and Prix going neck and neck as they try and keep up with Coman. Coming out of the split course, Coman maintains his edge over Prix, who has moved into second, with Thiago Sousa trailing the two riders in third position. Ludo Coman has podium finishes in both the ski and runabout divisions last year, and though this is his first race of 2013, he's showing here that he can go head-to-head with the best of them. Alberto Monti, currently second in the world standings, trails in fourth place, trying to keep up with Coman, Prix, and Sousa. By lap 2, Coman opens a 7-second gap between him and former world champion Michael Prix. Behind Prix, the Portuguese world standings leader Thiago Sousa trying to sink his teeth into Prix, but Michael Prix maintains a 9-second lead over Sousa. In fifth place is the steady Croatian rider Slaven Ivancic. Behind Ivancic is U.A.E rider Almur Bin Hurais, followed by Pia Sumer and Joseph Bohuslav. Coman resides in Abu Dhabi. He knows the conditions here better than anyone else, and he's putting his advantage to good use. Michael Prix has been going from strength to strength all year, but he's still yet to win a race in 2013. For Monti, that breakdown in Heat 1 of Doha cost him the world standings lead, and he'll need to beat Sousa here to get back at the top. But nobody has an answer for Coman. With a 13-second lead by lap 11, Ludo Coman assures himself the Heat 1 win. Michael Prix runner-up. Despite getting third, Sousa extends his lead over Monti, going into the final heat of the year. Heat 2, Alberto Monti in a must-win scenario if he's to take the world title, while Sousa has a 5-point cushion to fall back on. There's the beach start as the skiers make the dash to the all shots. The top 4 riders are virtually neck and neck. Prix edges ahead of Sousa, as does Monti. But it's Coman who once again leads the race from the get-go. Behind Ludo Coman, it's Prix in second, then Monti in third ahead of Sousa. Monti has to beat Sousa by at least 5 points here if he's to become world champion. But Sousa just passed Monti. The Portuguese rider bumps the Italian back to fourth, and Monti has his work cut out for him now. It's exactly the same lineup as Heat 1. Coman with a 3-second lead over Prix, then Sousa, Monti, Ivancic, and Pia Sumer. But Prix is sticking with Coman here, trying to find a chink in the veteran Frenchman's armor. Sousa, meanwhile, knows that all he has to do is beat Monti and hold his position to claim the world title. Monti desperately chases Sousa, trying to overtake the Portuguese rider at any opportunity. He knows it's now or never. Sousa looking back and checking to see where Monti is on every turn, but it looks like he has got the world title here. Coman runs away with Heat 2 as well. Fine performance here for the Frenchman. Prix makes do with runner-up. And Thiago Sousa, coming in third, knows he has the world title in his grasp. Thiago Sousa of Portugal is ecstatic as he beats Alberto Monti. Prix, Sousa, and Monti celebrate. But there was a shocking twist at the end. Both Sousa and Monti's bikes failed post-race scrutineering, meaning they were disqualified. That gave third place in the Grand Prix to Slaven Ivancic. And believe it or not, Michael Prix was crowned world champion for 2013. Sousa would have to settle for runner-up, Monti third. What an end to the year for Prix, who becomes world champion without having won a single heat. He was just as bemused as everyone else.
Thiago and Alberto are disqualified because they are a little bit more CC than we can do. It is they don't do that for cheat, but it's a mistake from them. I'm win, I'm happy. It's a new title for me, but I prefer win when I deserve to win.
In the ski ladies, Pia Sumer is the world champion. Always a crowd favorite, the freestyle event, where riders seem to challenge the very laws of gravity. In the freestyle, Rok Florjancic produced yet another near-perfect display in Doha, Qatar, to be crowned world champion. He sits comfortably atop the world standings with a perfect 200 points. He started backflipping in Sanya, China, backflipped his way through Asia and Europe, and now in the Middle East, he's still backflipping. While his brother Nas and Petrovic battle for second spot, there's a new addition to the tour, Sultan Al-Kuwari, who'll try to pry a podium from the hands of one of those two riders. There were 9 riders competing in Abu Dhabi. 5 of the riders included one local of the U.A.E, Ahmed Al-Suwaidi, and 4 Qataris, Badr Al-Abdullah, Abdullah Al-Langawi, Mohammed Al-Dosari, and Mohammed Al-Buanain. They offered an assortment of backflips, 180s, 360s, barrel rolls, and combos. The 5th and strongest Qatari was Sultan Al-Kuwari. He produced a dazzling display of tricks on his Richter bike, including some impressive 360 and backflip combos. Then there was Alexander Petrovic, who was 3rd in the world standings going into Abu Dhabi. He produced a great routine, ending it with his paralyzer. Then there was defending world champion Nas Florjancic. He produced a flourishing display with incredible variety and non-stop combos that took the crowd's breath away. But there was one man a cut above the rest, Rok Florjancic. It was just one unbelievable trick after another, in a masterful repertoire by the Slovenian maestro. No-hands barrel rolls, backflip, 180 and barrel roll combos. And a one-hand and one-foot backflip. That earned Rok a perfect 5 wins from 5 Grand Prix, 10 wins from 10 heats. Nas Florjancic world runner-up, Petrovic 3rd. Rok Florjancic world champion for 2013. The Runabout GP1 is the main event, featuring the fastest and biggest aquabikes and some of the best riders in the world. In the last round in Doha, Qatar, world standings leader Yusuf Al Abdulrazak had a disastrous campaign, unable to finish either heat. Will he be able to put his technical problems behind him in Abu Dhabi?
After last race in Qatar, I had a shaft that has broken and cost me the race over there, and there is a 2-week gap from there to this race. So we've been working on the ski, we refreshed the engine, everything is new. So hopefully everything goes well and focus on getting first place for the World Championship.
His biggest rival in the World Championship, Cyril Lemoine, capitalized well on the Kuwaiti Ace's misfortune in Doha, winning both heats to go 10 points clear of Al Abdulrazak at the top of the world standings. But can he beat him here?
Sure, there is a big fight between me and Youssef, and I try to be safe, intelligent, smooth. I think we need to analyze everything for make the best race as soon as possible.
A third-place finish also meant Jeremy Perez kept his outside hopes for a world title alive going into the last round. There's strong representation from the U.A.E. as talented riders from the national circuit have the chance to pit their skills against the best in the world. Heat 1 of the runabout, Al Abdulrazak in pole position ahead of Khalifa Belsalah and Cyril Lemoine. The race is underway. Number 3, Khalifa Belsalah had a great start as the riders head to the all-shot boys. All Lemoine can see is the spray of Belsalah. Past the all-shots, Khalifa Belsalah in the lead, with number 20, Mohamed Bourbaye in second, just ahead of Al Abdulrazak. Lemoine in fourth. Belsalah and Bourbaye come out of the parallel course, with Al Abdulrazak now right on Bourbaye's tail. Great start from Belsalah of the U.A.E. with 2 Kuwaitis chasing him, Bourbaye and Al Abdulrazak. Behind that triumvirate of Middle Eastern riders is 10-time world champion Cyril Lemoine with his distinctive standing style of racing. Way back is Jeremy Perez. Not a good start for Perez if he's to have a shot at the world title. Belsalah has had a dream start, but it was too good to be true as the red flag came out after UIM race commissioners determined there'd been a false start. The race would be restarted from the beach in the same pole position results. There they go again. This time Al Abdulrazak has a better start. He's better focused and he knows what he's up against. Yusuf Al Abdulrazak makes no mistake. He's first to the all-shot and he leads the race as they enter the circuit. It looks like Al Abdulrazak's biggest rival, Lemoine, needs to work hard to pass the Kuwaiti-Emirati duo in front of him if he's to have a shot at catching up with Al Abdulrazak. Behind Lemoine is number 86, Jeremy Perez, followed by former world champion Mattia Fracasso on number 8. Al Abdulrazak knows he has to stay focused here, trailing Lemoine 10 points. But his immediate concern right now is Emirati rider Khalifa Belsalah, who is right behind the Kuwaiti and is showing some impressive riding skills and exceptional speed around the circuit. Back in 9th position is defending world champion Francois Midori. Midori has had the reliability he's sought with his new Kawasaki, but speed remains an issue. He chases down his fellow Frenchman Teddy Pons, trying to make his way up the field as well. Lemoine in 4th, but he's in trouble. Lemoine is slowing down. What a disaster for the Frenchman as the world title slips right through his fingers. Unless a similar fate befalls Al Abdulrazak, Lemoine is staring into the abyss as the Kuwaiti keeps charging in the lead. Al Abdulrazak does it! He produces a cool, calm, and flawless race to take Heat 1, shooting 15 points clear of Le Mans with 1 heat left. But the race wasn't yet over behind him as Jeremy Perez made one last gasp charge for 3rd position. But Bourbaye holds on for 3rd and Belsalah a well-deserved runner-up. Gulf Arabs claim the top 3 spots. Perez 4th, Jimenez 5th, Midori does well to get 6th. There's a heartbreaking sight.
Yes, really, really bad luck. Like I say yesterday, the championship is never finished. You see, I was 4th, I tried to be smooth, slowly. And one time the jet ski, when I turn on the left, said, "Oh, we have a problem." And after 3 laps, he stopped directly, and it's finished for me.
Al Abdulrazak is very close to the world title now, but he still needs to get through Heat 2. Heat 2, Al Abdulrazak in pole as the final heat of the season gets underway. There it is, good start from Al Abdulrazak, who leads the charge with Belsalah right beside him. Belsalah nudges ahead of the Kuwaiti, but can Abdulrazak use his inside lane advantage? Belsalah leads the race, going around the all-shot and entering the course with Bourbaye in 3rd. Yusuf Al Abdulrazak stays on Belsalah's tail, but he knows he doesn't have to push too hard as he focuses on the World Championship first and foremost. Having started at the back of the field, Le Mans starts making his way up through the pack, passing Wisniewski and Midori to eventually move up into 7th spot. Belsalah strong in the lead, Al Abdulrazak on his tail, then Bourbaye followed by Jeremy Perez. Le Mans in 7th position with his sights on Rashid Al-Tayer and Walid Al-Shashani. Problems for Perez in 4th place. He slows to a halt, and that's curtains for Perez's 2013 campaign. Now Le Mans sees his chance to overtake Rashid Al-Tayer in the alternate course. He comes charging out of the alternate course, and Le Mans passes Al-Tayer to move into 5th position. Trouble for Belsalah as he raises his hand, indicating there's a problem. He keeps trying to go, but he's faltering out there. Al Abdulrazak is on target for yet another win, and surely he can taste the victory now. Le Mans keeps up his unyielding pursuit of Walid Al-Shashani. The Qatari rider tries to ward off the Frenchman, but Le Mans is relentless. Finally, Le Mans sees his chance in the split track, and Le Mans has passed Al-Shashani to move into 3rd spot. What a comeback from the Frenchman. Bourbaye also breaks down, and that moves Le Mans up into 2nd position behind Al Abdulrazak in the 8th lap. What a comeback from the French rider, and one wonders what might have happened if only he hadn't broken down in Heat 1. Amazingly, Le Mans now appears to be closing in on Al Abdulrazak, who's been losing considerable pace, perhaps not willing to push his machine too hard so as not to risk a breakdown. Le Mans is now very close, and he overtakes Al Abdulrazak. Le Mans in the lead, but can Al Abdulrazak even continue? He's standing on his bike. Is something wrong? In the final stretch now, Le Mans may be winning Heat 2, but Al Abdulrazak has held on to 2nd position. The runabout world champion for 2013 is Yusuf Al Abdulrazak. The Kuwaiti celebrates what has been an exceptional season. Despite winning an incredible race, Le Mans can't be happy. All he can do is congratulate his friend like the gentleman competitor that he is. What a battle it's been between these two all year, and they should both be very proud. Al Abdulrazak is the Grand Prix winner, Le Mans runner-up, Walid Al-Shashani 3rd. And Al Abdulrazak crowned the new world champion. Le Mans again runner-up, Perez 3rd.
Thankfully I got the overall of the championship, and it's the first season I race completely, and it's a good outcome. Hopefully I'll be here for the next season and be even better.
That concludes the 2013 season. Join us next year for a thrilling, action-packed 2014 UIM-ABP Aquabike World Championship.